Hello my friends. Today we're going to make a quick weekend card in under 10 minutes. I'm starting out here with some Marina Mist cardstock from Stampin' Up. It's folded at the top. And this is just some scratch designer paper from crate paper I had in my little bin. I'm just cutting a random hillside shape here. And that's going to go here at the bottom of my card. And then I'm taking this clear stamp from Imaginess. It's a cloud image. These little Snag'em stamps are only 99 cents usually, and sometimes they're even on sale for like 50 cents. So they're a great bargain. And this one I'm just going to heat emboss on the card front. So I'm using Versamark ink, which is a clear ink, and I'm going to stamp that across the top of my card. And you can lightly see the image of where I stamped. And then I'm getting my white embossing powder, and I'm going to emboss this with the white powder. Now, because I was in a hurry, and this is a weekend card, I failed to run my embossing buddy across the top. And so I regretted that here because I got embossing powder where I didn't want it. It was sticking around the cloud image. So you can see me here trying to wipe some of it off. But that's the benefit of the embossing buddy. It actually helps keep the embossing powder from sticking where you don't want it. So here again I'm still trying to clean it off a little bit because the white powder will really show. Now this is my heat tool. I'm just letting it heat up a little bit, and then I'm starting to emboss. I should have let it heat up a little bit longer, but again I was in a hurry. This is real time. I didn't fast forward or edit this video at all, so you can see it did take a little bit longer for my heat tool to heat up because I didn't let it warm up. And again, the concept of these weekend cards is just, this is a real example. I had a party to go to, and I literally had only maybe 15 minutes to go, and so I had to make a quick card. So it can be done. And then I'm just heating the inside since it warped a little bit. And there's my white embossed clouds. So now I'm going to do a little more stamping. And I have this set from Hero Arts. I think it's called Mikasa. And I'm using the tree image from that set. And I'm just using some early espresso chocolate ink from Stampin' Up, excuse me. And I'm just placing my hillside to get a visual of where I want my trees to show. So there I stamped my first one. And the second one a little bit off to the side. And then I did one more, slightly higher than the others. And now I'm going to attach my hillside designer paper there. And it slightly covers the bottom of those trees, which is what I wanted. So you can see my scene coming together here. Now I just took my Stampin' Up! Markers. These are just water-based markers, not alcohol inks or anything like that. And I just started coloring directly to my cardstock. Just random leaves, just to add some color and interest to these trees. And I didn't want it to be too heavy, so I didn't color every single leaf. I just did a few of them. And this color of marker was Old Olive from Stampin' Up! And then I took my chocolate chip brown marker from Stampin' Up! Also, and I just colored in here the branches. I wasn't being too particular. I was just doing it really fast just to add some color, since I didn't want the trees to remain just an outline. And I'm still using the brush tip, even though there was a fine, thin area to color. It just worked a little faster for me. Then I took the bird from that same Hero Art set that's flying away, and I stamped it also in the Early Espresso ink. So there he goes flying away. And then I have this other bird stamp set from the Stamps of Life. And there's a small bird there that's standing. So I took that bird. And that small bird is the one I wanted. So there's two in that set. Okay, I thought I picked the wrong one by accident. Sorry there. So there I just stamped him. I was thinking of stamping him lower just because he looked too large next to the trees, but I ended up stamping him near the trees. The stamp was just bigger than I anticipated, but I had no other choice. So same as the trees, I just wanted to add a little more color to the birds since they were a little more of a focal point to the scene. So I colored this one in orange. I just really want it to contrast on that blue cardstock. And then the other standing bird, I colored in a light pink. Just to add some color, I didn't want it to be as bold as the one flying away, since it was a farewell card. And there's our card. So now I'm taking my Lawn Fawn Smitty's ABCs alphabet set, and I'm spelling out my sentiment. And so this is a fun thing to do with stamps. You can make your own sentiment. So I'm spelling out the words farewell friend. And what's really nice about these Lawn Fawn alphabet sets is that each letter is a rectangle and they are the same height. So you just line them up with each other to get your sentiment nice and straight. And then they do have multiple vowels in the lowercase, so you can spell out these words and not have a problem of a missing letter and having to try to fill it in later. So I was able to spell out farewell, and then I stamped the word friend separately, but it was really easy to do, and even for quick weekend card, it was very easy to line that up. And you can see it didn't take quite that long to get my letters on there. So I had 2 E's and 2 L's, and I was able to spell out my entire word, so it's really nice. And so now I'm swapping my letters out to spell out the word friend. And again, this is really easy to do with those rectangles. And the clear block I'm using is letter G from Stampin' Up. It's a really nice block for these sentiments. And these Lawn Fawn letters fit really well. I was just looking for the D. Excuse me. I wanted to make sure I didn't grab the B by accident, so there's my second word. Just lining it up and use Early Espresso ink. Then finishing touch, I wanted to use some washi tape. This was one of the new ones I just received from Bella Boulevard. And I just really liked that little pop that it adds to the card. I'm just trimming off the excess. Using my paper snips and flipping the card over and just using the back edge of the cardstock as my guide. And there you have it. There's our card. I hope you enjoyed this quick weekend card. I'm sorry there's no photo at the end. I was in a time constraint, but I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.